but they became strange to our people.
This is and I'm gonna throw out a precept right here, to a couple precepts, matter of fact, in the New Testament, so you don't be like, well, the Lord came in the New Testament to put all that away. I'm gonna hit it with this. It's Matthew chapter 15, verse 24. But he answered and said, I am not sent but unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel.
Yep. And that was out of the Lord's own mouth. And he said he only came for the lost sheep. The lost sheep of the house of Israel, man. He didn't say he was coming for the Romans. He didn't say he was coming for the Greeks. He said he was only coming for the lost sheep. He coming to seek that which was lost. You know, and Israel is like a sheep headed for the slaughter right now, man. So it only makes sense that he's only coming to save those who's in that line of fire, man.
Yep.
Go ahead,
Matthew 10 and 5. These 12 Yahweh sent forth and commanded them, saying, Go not into the way of the Gentiles.
Yeah, don't go over to them heathens. Go ahead.
And into any city of Samaritans, enter ye not.
Don't go over there where the Cushites is at. That's dwelling in our land, occupying our land, pretending to be us. Because that's what was going on at the time. That's why he told them, don't even go into the gates of Samaria. Because that was where the northern kingdom used to dwell. But they got pushed out because the Most High basically put us under captivity because we was going off, breaking the same laws, statutes, and commandments. We wasn't seeking the statutes. So the Lord scattered us. All right? But at that particular time when the Lord was on the scene, you had concentrated tribes was Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. You know, the southern kingdom, the Jews.
And to put in perspective, to put into perspective what was going on, the 10 tribes were sent over here to the Americas. Yep. That's when they were over here. So you understand the historical precedence of what's going on in this time.
Yep.
They were over here in the Americas trying to keep those statutes, laws, and commandments better, which we failed at that also.
Yep. Go ahead.
It says, read that again. It says, Go not into the way of the Gentiles, and into any city of the Samaritans enter ye not. But go rather to the lost sheep of the house of Israel.
That's right, man. Rather go to the lost sheep of the house of Israel, man. You know? Yep. So that's who salvation is intended for. That's who we must preach the gospel of salvation to. The lost sheep. All right? And they're being gathered as we speak, man, through the Spirit. All throughout the four corners of the earth. And that must needs be to occur. That way the Lord can speed up the time so the prophecies can come to play. And then once those take place, the Lord can send his son to come back and redeem his chosen off the face of the earth. All right? While simultaneously judging the wicked.
Right.
You know, you people that ain't right. And you heathen nations.
Right.
All right?
Just
Just keep it going. If not, I'll
Psalms
shoot it to you.
147 and 19. He showeth his word unto Jacob, his statutes and his judgments unto Israel.
Yep.
He hath not dealt so with any nation.
Yeah, he didn't give the law, statutes, and commandments to the other nations. There was no other nations present when Moses came down from the Mount Sinai to give Israel the law. The other nations wasn't present, man. We had just came from out of captivity under the heathens. Hamites in particular, the so-called Africans, which were the Egyptians at the time. All right? The Lord had just delivered us from the heathens. All right? So that was an example of Israel being saved from the heathens. And it's going to be the same thing again. All right? Go ahead.
Psalm 147 and 19 and 20, it says, He showed his word unto Jacob, which Jacob was the former name of Israel before he got the blessing, right? For those that don't know. says, his statutes and his judgments unto Israel.
Yep.
He have not dealt so with any nation. As for his judgments, they have not known them.
That's right. These other nations don't know the true judgment of the Heavenly Father, man. And how they don't know is because in Israel, according to the statutes of the Most High always had a order of how to judge certain acts. You know, you had a certain way of dealing with a particular sin. If an Israelite was to go off, there was a certain way to judge it. The heathens didn't have that, man. You know, the heathens didn't have that. You know, one law is to basically abstain from what's that? Leviticus, the 18th chapter, to stay away from your kin. In Leviticus, it's just the example. You could get it, but it's just to show you an example of how the other nations don't know the true judgments of the Most High because it wasn't given to them. And that's a particular example. The reason why this law came out was because in that land, the Canaanites who had the land of Canaan before the Lord gave it to Israel was because there was engulfed in incest. You know, you had Hamites that was sleeping with their own mothers and fathers and sisters. You know, these devils do the same thing, incest. You know? But the law in Leviticus, the whole entire 18th chapter of Leviticus tells you you're not supposed to uncover the nakedness of your close kin, of your people, your immediate family. That's wickedness. You know? Judgment on homosexuality. If two men got together to have sex with each other, the judgment on that, according to the law, was to put them to death. Both of their blood is supposed to be upon them. But going back to ancient Egypt, they got off on homosexuality. Over there in Sodom and Gomorrah, they got off on homosexuality. There was no judgment established on homosexuality and lesbianism. You know, the Lord had to cleanse their ass out, man. The Lord had to bring the ultimate judgment on them. But amongst us, because we had the law, we understood the judgment on that. That's the reason why we walked according to the righteous ways of the Most High, and it was contrary to the heathens that were round about us. You know? So that's what separated us from the other nations.
Praise ye Yahweh.
Praise ye Yahweh, the Most High.
Jeremiah chapter 10, verse 1. Hear ye the word which the Lord speaketh unto you, O house of Israel. Thus saith the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen.
Yep.
Be not dismayed at the signs of heaven, for the heathen are dismayed at them.
Yep. You ain't supposed to be dismayed at the constellations, man. Because them other nations, that's what they worship. That goes back to the ancient idolatry, going back to the ancient Hamitic nations, man. You know, that whole Allah thing with the Arabs, that go back to the worship of the moon. And before he was named called Allah, he was called Hubal. Hubal. That was the name of that particular god, man. And they was worshiping different gods with that particular name each day. Each day was a different god, but they attached it to that name. You know? Basically, polytheism.
Worship of many gods. The ideal, many gods is what polytheos means.
Yep.
Worship of many gods.
That's right.
I'll read that one more time.